Hello and welcome to the University Duel Podcast, where we talk about university life and more. And today I am very honored to have students from Unilorin, and I happen to be from Kwara State, and this young man in the middle is even from my local government. So let me meet you first, and we go to the two of you. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name and what are you studying?
My name is Afolabi Barak from the prestigious University of Ilorin. I'm currently pursuing a degree in biomedical engineering.
Nice to meet you. You?
Hello, my name is Alioluwa Teniola. I'm a student of pharmacy at the University of Ilorin.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Kekere Kumariam. I'm a student of chemical engineering at the University of Ilorin.
All right. So you're the first school that has two female representatives on the panel. And I want to know, why do you think we don't have as many women in STEM?
Okay, I think most courses that fall under STEM are seen to be difficult and technical, and at least from my experience, I would want to run away from it, especially the ones that have to do with engineering and technology. So I feel like this mindset is something that a lot of girls can relate to, because the technical part, the math, a lot of girls might not want to go into that. But I think for the science part, there are more women more girls in science part, pharmacy,
okay,
medicine.
So I get that. I
yes,
see that.
But engineering parts, because it just looks technical.
But do you think that's the right perception?
No, I don't think so, because there are a lot of girls doing, because I think the best graduating students in one department in engineering, in engineering. I don't know if Miriam knows the person I'm talking about.
Miriam, do you know the person she's talking about?
Yes, she broke the record, and she was the best graduating student of that department.
I think she was
so it's something
biomedical engineering.
Yes, biomedical.
Exactly.
Oh, shout out to her.
Exactly.
There's also one from civil engineering as well.
Okay. So I like that the stereotype is wrong. But something that I have been talking about is when you were answering and introducing yourself, you were like, I come from the prestigious Unilorin. So I want to ask, do you think that being a public school student puts you at a disservice or disadvantage as opposed to the private school students?
So that question is to me back. So it's actually the two. Determines by which direction you look at it from. Okay. So the advantages actually pushes you forward, and the disadvantages at the same time pushes you forward. Just determines by the way you maneuver it and use it. And let me just give some examples. The disadvantages, the fact that it's a public school, so there's a high competition. Yeah. Maybe getting hostels, getting to classes. So, but in that sense, it trains you to be more competitive and prepared to face life challenges. So that's it.
That's an angle. What do you think?
I agree with him, because being in public university just toughens one up.
Yeah. So you think that problems help you become better?
One thing I find that is at my disadvantage and that of other students is our exposure to probably, for instance now, as a chemical engineering student, we have lab works and the likes. And the population, we don't have enough equipment and stuff like that. It kind of limits our exposure. Although eventually we end up covering for that, going for our industrial training and the likes. But that's about it.
Okay, so I hear that. I really do. But I'm going to ask you this question, but in a different way. Do you think, so there's this thing that goes around where people are like, if you get an A in a private school, that's like a C in a public school. Do you think that private schools are not as rigorous and their degrees are not as strong or earned as that of public school students?
I think that's forgive my use of a phrase, but suffered mentality. Because you can't say that someone that got an A in a private university, 50, someone that got 80, you are now saying is equivalent to 50 C in your own school. There's no basis for that. What's your argument? What are you using to back it up? So I feel like it's just sentimental discussion. So it does not. I don't think it does not make any sense.
Absolutely. I really like your perspective. So let's talk about strikes. One thing I've always heard about Unilorin is that you guys have far less strikes than federal universities do. Is that true? And why do you think that happens?
Well, that was before.
Oh, okay. So now people are striking. Okay, so talk to me about strikes. So have you ever experienced strike?
Yes, 2022.
What was that experience like for you?
Well, that was my first time. So like I got in 2021 and 2020-2021 session, and we went on strike, I think 2022. So that was my first time, and it was long, like 8 months or so.
Wow.
Yes, so it was a long time. It was not cute.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Did you pick up a trade?
But yes, I went to volunteer at a community pharmacy. So that was where I think I was just going to 200 level.
Okay.
So by the time I resumed in 200 level, I was a bit familiar with like common drugs. So it helped me.
So it's involuntary internship.
Yes.
How about
like
you?
that.
What was strike like for you?
Well, as she said, it was long, but it was exciting kind of because during my first year, I also entered in 2021 session. So we were rushed kind of. I think they wanted to make up for the lost time. So from like finishing from secondary school to university, the life was okay from soft life to tough life. And then that strike just came when I needed it, honestly. So it was like a break, even though it was long, but it made me appreciate a lot of things better, like spending time with the family and all sort of things.
I think you guys are very good at turning bad situations into good things. But yeah, let me hear what your thoughts are. Okay. How was strike for you?
The strike happened when I was about to gain admission, so it actually delayed my admission. So just in a similar sense to what Mira said, I felt I had more time to spend with my family because I had not yet experienced how university was like, and I was able to learn a skill.
What skill is that?
Like a graphic design skill.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting. Does any of you like have like a side job, work for money, that kind of thing? Yes. What do you do?
I write. So
hi.
Yes, I'm an academic writer.
Okay,
so
that's great.
I write articles. I write projects sometimes.
I used to be like that. That's great. Please, you?
No, I don't do a side job, but I have a side skill, which I said before.
Okay, that's so your graphic designing. Okay.
I'm kind of into a lot of things, but none of it is
for
paying
money.
Me. Yes.
Okay, but what kind of things are you into?
Okay, so while waiting for admission after secondary school, I learned fashion design.
Okay, so you tailor or you draw?
Yeah, tailor.
Okay.
So I also write fiction, poetry.
That's very interesting. Do you have a poem you want to recite for us?
No, I don't. But you can probably check it out on Google. Like.
Oh, okay. Where should we find you? You don't know if this your poem will take off. Where should we find you? Tell us now. You don't want us to know.
Oh.
I'll go and check it after.
No problem.
Okay, that's really interesting. So talk to me about your Smart Challenge project, because I know that's something you're probably working on. Who wants to take the lead on that?
I think Miriam should.
Okay, hi Miriam. Talk to me about your Smart Challenge work.
So it's all right for us to discuss it before our presentation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So the project itself or the experience, everything?
The project, the experience. So tell me the name of the project, what it's about, and what you hope is to achieve, and then you can talk about the experience.
Okay, so our project is Echo Switch, and it's a smart timer switch that is going to like help universities or offices, homes to control the excessive consumption of energy.
Wow.
Electricity. So the idea was brought on board due to we were facing like challenges with electricity in school last session, and so one of our supervisors, our lecturer, was like, okay, you guys, we need to, you're students, like university students, let's come up with something. And along the line, we did research. It was some of our seniors who were also involved in the project, although Like some of them graduated just this year, so it's like left up on us to take it up. So we started working on it, doing the little research we could do, trying to acquire items and the likes. So unfortunately, we were able to develop our prototype. Although we hope we will, like, the plans we have for it is to have like a lot of other features, which we are still working on. So we have the way the switch works is that it can either be like installed directly in like a socket or an adapter. So, and with your mobile app, you can
so you do hardware and software.
Yes, track like the rate of consumption of energy. You can schedule like timing for your appliances and the likes. So
that's really interesting. How much did the prototype cost to make? Do you have a range in mind that you know of?
Between like 30 to around 30.
Okay. All right. Wow. I wish you guys all the best of luck. I'm very, very excited. I'm rooting for you because you're from my state. I'm very, very excited to see how far you go in the competition. I hope you are ready. I hope that you're confident. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And that is all on this episode of the University Duel Podcast. See you next time.